welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. And I also love my cup mug because my cup mug is where I said it keeps me warm and cozy, filled with hot tea and hot chocolate and things like that. So I love my cup mug, and you can love your own cup mug at LanaG'sCreation.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally, so there are no excuses. Get your cup mug, period. Thank you.
And hello, my name is Jack. I am the resident game designer of the panel, and if you've been paying attention this whole time, actually, all of the words I've been saying have been clued throughout the entire series that we've been doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you translated the anagram in episode 1 of Cows Go to the Moon, that actually translates to I don't know what I'm saying and I'm making this up on the spot. So there were clues all along. All you need to do is track it.
You know what, Jack? I think you just stumbled upon something. For the next season of Destination X, I think we should have our own game for our viewers to watch and play along with us. And we can pick our own Destination X, and we'll give clues throughout each episode, a clue or two every episode, and see by the end who's been following along, number one, and who can figure out our Destination X.
Lana, you had me at make a game. That's all you needed to say. I'm gonna be so honest.
We're doing this next season.
Next season we're going to.
We're
Like, there's
going
not a
to do
question.
this. Like, there's not. You know what,
and
Jack?
and and almost just to confirm, like, it hasn't been confirmed there's a next season, but this show like did such amazing numbers that if they
Yeah,
don't do a second season, it'll be the most confusing decision in the world. This
yeah,
is reverse genius levels of like viewership.
yeah. I would be very surprised if we don't get another season in both places, U.S. and UK. So I
Yeah.
kind of think we need to come up with our own game of Destination X, and I just think on Jack. I think we should do that for all the things that we do together, the different games that we cover. We come up with a cute
Yes.
little game for our viewers.
Ooh, I
Ooh,
like it.
I like it. I like it. We're doing it. We're doing
We're
it.
doing it
So
now. Yeah,
we're
we
doing it
have it
now.
on film. We can't go
Yeah,
back.
we're doing it now. So anytime you see me and Jack together, we're going to come up with a cute game for throughout the season, the journey, so you can play along with us. We'll know, but we want to see if you know. So that's gonna be cute. I love that. But we're gonna talk about Destination X though, because that's what we're here. But before we do, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, because we are trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. We're on a mission here at the Cup Network as a whole. All four of our channels are on this mission. So if you want to help out this channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to help out our other channels, go to our link tree in our descriptions below. Click on those links. It'll take you to all of our channels. Hit the subscribe button over there and help us out. If you're a fan of drag or drag race, Eurovision, or WWE wrestling, we have channels for you. So please, please, please check out all of those videos check out all of our channels as well and subscribe. Our audio podcast links are also in our description below, so you can have us everywhere you go. We are there for you. So please check us out on our audio podcast links. Join our Patreon for early access and exclusive content. And you can follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Um, and if you have ever been sitting at home and be like, I love these shows that I'm watching on television. I really, really love talking about them. I want to talk to people about it, but nobody in my life wants to talk to me about them because honestly, that's been my life, my entire life. Nobody cares about the shows that I watch and they don't want to talk about it. But I want to talk about it. So I find like-minded people like Jack, and we say nobody wants to hear us talk about it. So we'll get together and talk to you about it. So if you ever want to do that, we are looking for new panelists on all of our channels. So if you are interested in any of those things, hit us up in our DMs on Instagram at the Cut Pod. Let us know what shows you're interested in, and we will get back to you very, very soon to show you what's the next step for yourself. If you're interested, hit us up. All right. Jack, Destination X UK. It's the finale. We're going to
Oh,
our final destination for the season. Did you have any idea where we're going before we when they started?
I had some inklings based on like, we have like we've hit a lot of big cities, but
Mm-hmm.
like there are a couple in my mind that we haven't hit.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we can't do the same thing they did in the US where they go to London. We talked about why that was a bad idea last
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Darren going out technically makes it okay, but still it would have been like, yeah, so one of you lives in London, this is over. Like
Right.
Amazing Race style, like, oh well, we live in this city. Congrats, you're the winners.
Right.
But I mean, I had a couple inklings as we went along, just like probably this area, but
Mm-hmm.
I was between like two.
I was thinking of different places. I was like, we haven't been, but then I was like, we've been in Italy so many times. Do we leave Italy? But we just left France. Do we go somewhere? Like all the different places. I was like, where do we go? And I'm thinking of like the places we've been in Italy, Pisa and um what did we go? We went we came I forgot where we were. But I don't know. I was thinking if we stay in France, if we go to Italy, if we go somewhere else, but I thought Rome was in was a thought, but I was like, I don't know if they're gonna stay in Italy. Maybe they go somewhere else. So I wasn't sure, but they did end up going to Rome, which was I love that for them. Even though
Oh
they didn't
yeah,
find out that I love that because I want to go to Rome. Heck, I want to go to Rome myself. But before they even get to Rome, they're on the bus and they're traveling and a lot of conversations are going on. And I personally, I told Jack before we started recording, I personally realized what was going to happen in this episode by this first conversation and the first thing that happened because we saw the three finalists talking and um after they woke up and the snoring and all that stuff. But we
yeah.
saw that was still a crap I didn't need to hear. But after when they were talking and we know the divide with Saskia and Josh versus Judith, and everybody was talking about the alliances that were formed and who works with who. They were first congratulating each other for making it to the finale, and it was like obviously Judith was like, obviously you and Joshua has been working together this whole time. What does that mean for you both now that we're in the finale? And they both acknowledge that, hey, we have to start. This is the one person game. Only one of us are going to win. And it was interesting because it felt like Josh was very much like, it's going to be between him and Saskia. That's going to win. And he was really co- confident, almost toting the line of arrogance about how well he's played this game, which he has.
He
How
has
he has played it very
objectively,
well.
but
Objectively, he's played it well. Um, and Saskia was kind of just like, yeah, we've been doing well. I think she was more of the humble brag type, but not
yeah,
really arrogant. She was kind of like, yeah, I have played a good game, but I do know that the game is never over until it's over. I still have a lot of work to do before I get there. Um, and they kind of like dismiss Judith a little bit in the conversations of possibly winning, and it only increases after the challenge, and we'll talk about that. But um it was like they were wishing each other good luck and not bringing Judith. And then Saskia was like, "Oh, Judith, you too." And Judith like, "Yeah, by myself." And so when we had that moment of her sitting on the bus by herself, and Josh and Saskia had went off, and she was laying there like, I'm playing this game all alone. I'm by myself. Oh, I don't know. I lost my confidence a little bit. I was like, yeah, I see what's happening. I
Yeah.
see what's happening. I see what y'all doing, editors. There was a lot of Judith in this episode, feeling like, oh, I'm by myself. Oh, my confidence is lost. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, they're playing so well together. I was like,
Okay. Now, granted, I think if they show like one or two less of these clips, it's like, oh, well, then this is an obvious third place.
mm-hmm.
But they showed it enough time to be like, do you think we're that dumb? I know you're trying to
Absolutely.
set up an underdog story, but like,
Yeah.
you could have stopped.
And it's like, the, here's my issue, because they're acting like Judith is not smart. They're acting like we think there is zero chance for her to win this game, when everybody is going to have opportunity to win this game. And
Mm-hmm.
then it was like, she's won things before. She has shown that she can do these challenges, and even when she stumbles, it's not like um detrimental to her game. Like, she's been in positions where she didn't really know where she was, but still managed to still not be off track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like she's never been full. She's been close to being out of it, but she's
I
always
think
been at least in a
once.
decent position.
Yeah, and I really think she's only once has she been really close, like
Yeah.
a few kilometers away from being out.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe Judith has struggled with like getting Destination X exactly right or interpreting clues right, but
Hmm.
she's been really observant and she's really noticed things throughout. Like that's
Hmm.
essentially how she won the Venice challenge, was
Hmm.
just noticing what people were doing throughout, making sure she has good note taking of like, this is probably important, this is important, this is important, this is important. And like
Hmm.
that's what those skills are much more important coming into this final step.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so we get to the first challenge where they have to go into the I guess this was the place of
Park
monsters,
of
park of
Monsters.
monsters, which I was like, oh, okay. Um, and so they have to go across, and it's all these different challenges are set up. Five challenges are set up, which are like throwbacks or callbacks to challenges that they've already had, but they had to do these different, figure out the riddles or the clues to get a key. And it was five keys. And if you got the key, you open a box, you get a golden ticket. And so everybody has to go off and they have 15 minutes to run through this park and do as many challenges as they could. Uh, this was interesting to watch because the first three challenges that everybody did, everybody got it wrong. Everybody got it wrong. Like,
Yeah.
one of them was a throwback to the crane challenge, which the clue had the crane picture on there, and they didn't see that.
That
They
one
didn't
just
see it.
felt like a, oh come on, this is like so obvious, but I mean, they're running around a giant park. I get
Right.
it.
They got 15 minutes. They're trying to read it. And all you had to do was which one was the odd one out, which was the color orange, because orange was not on the lever. It was not in the crane challenge.
Hmm.
I personally did not think about that when I was looking at it. I was like, until they said it, I was like, oh, oh.
I that one I at least caught because I was like, crane, why's up? Yep, okay, we're it's a bunch of colors. The only times colors have been relevant, like
Hmm.
these five
Yeah,
colors plus one extra, is the cranes. But
true. I wouldn't have thought about that either. I probably would have been the same one, like, ah, I don't know. But um nobody got that one. Nobody got that one. One was the throwback to the carrying the flute, the wine flutes, the champagne
Mm-hmm.
flutes, and taking it across. Saskia was the only one to attempt that, and she finished that one, so she got her key for that. Um, the other one was the one was the music challenge, which was Mozart. I don't know why she said Beethoven. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, I
Saskia,
mean,
Saskia, girl, it's Mozart. We literally just had well, okay. But she didn't get that right. Josh did the it was a math challenge where he had to put the number of the
the stable tally marks
right
times,
the rollers
yes,
5
and
minus
then minus the weight, the
from
max weight.
airport. Yeah, the max weight of the airport, the baggage max weight. And so he got that correct. So he got a key and a golden ticket. Then he did the which one did he do? I can't remember which one he did.
Uh, I know he also did uh the Swiss Alps listening challenge for like 2 seconds,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
where it was like, oh, what location are they describing? Headphones on. It's a man speaking in full Italian. Josh is like, I don't. This is not gonna work. But like he looks at that for 2 seconds and goes, no. But the other one, let me quickly just go ahead and look at it because fully slipping my mind here. And Saskia also at one point uh sees sees 9 vases and has to select 3 of them to put in the right order. And of course,
Oh, Judith does
these.
that.
Oh, was that Judith?
Yeah, Judith does that one, and it was the one from the train station.
Yes. Oh, and the other one Josh gets is rearrange the letters to
Yes,
the beginning. It just is the beginning unscrambled, which Josh remembers as the Baden-Baden airport. So he puts those tiles together and correctly gets a second key.
exactly. Yeah, Judith does the bases because it was Amsterdam, Barcelona, and something else. But she doesn't put in the right
Stockholm.
order. Stockholm, yeah. She doesn't put them in the right order, so she doesn't get it. So the 15 minutes are up. Saskia was standing at the last one where it was like garlic, rock, and bath. And she couldn't get it until the time was up and she realized it was Salzburg. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because rock salt, bath salt, garlic salt. So she was like, I could have got that right. But so in the end, the golden ticket winners, we both were doing it, was Josh gets two, Saskia gets one, and Judith unfortunately gets none. Um, and she's feeling very bad
Yeah.
about that. Like she's down in the dumps about that. And Josh doesn't make it any better. And when they get back on the bus, because Josh is like, hey, I got two. um, Saskia's like, okay, bro, you get two, we got one, whatever. So Saskia asked, and so Judith asked if anybody wants to donate one of their golden keys, and Josh is like, nah.
No.
And so
No.
they
No.
asked, no, no, I don't want to, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Um, Josh, I mean, so Saskia asked, this Nat is really getting on my nerve. Saskia asked if um if he won all five, what would he do? And he was like, I mean, I would give you one.
Just to
And
like put you above Judith. Like,
Judith, I was like,
crazy answer.
"Josh, that's horrible. Like, what
Insane answer.
is
Just like, yeah. So
insane?"
I would screw over Judith. It's like,
I was like,
Jesus
okay,
fuck.
I know yesterday I said I was Team Josh, Team Saskia. That took away. I was like, now I'm just Team Saskia at this point.
What?
Like, no. Like he was, oh, that was a horrible answer. That was so mean and unnecessary. I was like, dude, calm down. Like seriously, seriously, you don't have to particularly want her to win, but you gotta at least respect her a little bit. Like, come on now,
Yeah.
come on now. And I get not giving her one when he had two. Sure, it's still a game. You want to, have as much of advantage as you possibly can. But I would have, if I had five, I would have like, I would give each one of you one, so everybody can have one, a golden ticket, because I want to win. Because not because I screwed somebody over, but it was just that was a distasteful answer for me. I did not like that at all. I was like, ew, Josh, gross. But at that moment, it just kind of like Judy was like, this is lighting a fire under me because they're totally writing me off. They totally think I don't have a chance to win this. And I am going to work so hard and just prove everybody wrong. And I was like,
Good for you.
good for you. We see what's happening, editors. Please make it a little bit not too obvious next time. Please.
Yeah.
Please and thank you. But I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at it. So then we see that they got a chance to now see where they are in Destination X, because Destination X is now, they are there. They have untinted the windows, and they see they are in Rome. They get to see all the sights as they're driving through. They got the Colosseum and the Pantheon, and all the different sites that they have, and they're so excited. It's like
Yeah.
kids on Christmas. They're like, "Oh, see!" And then they get to get off the bus and finally just like step out in front of everybody, and they're like, it's so jarring being on the bus and riding and not knowing where you are, and then finally getting to see where you are. It's beautiful. So they were excited. They got to see Rome. They got to go talk to Rob, and Rob explained to them what was going to happen for Destination X. He was like, you just have to find me. I will be at Destination X, and you have to find me. There will be a series of clues along the way, and
First person to
eventually,
find me
first
wins.
person to find me wins. It's literally that simple. So they had their last night in Rome, slept on the bus, wished everyone good luck. And then the next day they get off, and then they're stepping into well, their transportation awaits. He gives them what they were going to do. And they get off the bus, and it's three Vespas.
Three nice Vespas.
Three nice Vespas with three nice drivers driving them over, and they had to sit in the sidecar for in these Vespas. And I thought that was so cute. First of all, I love they were
So
in.
fun.
It's so fun. They were in Italy's flag colors. Um, it was just fun. I felt like it's probably more a little uncomfortable for Josh more than anybody, because he's the
Oh yeah.
tallest and biggest, and he had to scooch into this little sidecar.
Oh, that it was not made for him.
No.
It was like, okay, so we have to accommodate everyone. Unfortunately, Josh is the outlier. I hope he doesn't make it here. Josh makes it there.
That makes it there. It's a huge. He had to crunch himself in that little Vespa sidecar, and then the roads was just so bumpy. They were like, oh, oh, oh. I thought it was
Josh
hilarious.
is panicking about like, look, I don't want to die. Like, I'm very close. This is not worth 100,000. Like, I don't want to die here.
It was so
But
crazy. But they have to go to different locations, and it's different puzzles or clues or challenges that they have to face. Um, One of the clues they go to is a picture. Is three pictures of Audrey Hepburn, which we've seen this picture throughout the journey.
mhm.
And every time we've seen throughout the journey, it has a quote on it, and they had to figure out what the quote was and which picture it went under. And to their surprise, when they get there, Darren is waiting for them.
Oh,
Darren's there, and Darren's like, "Oh, so good to see you. Come on, come on, come." And they go, and now they have to figure it out. Now they said Darren had a clue to give them if they asked for it.
Yes, but you need a golden ticket to get said clue.
Right. So I'm like, but what do you mean if I ask for it? Like, what if I ask for it, and I don't have a golden ticket? Like, because they made it sound
If you
like
just ask him nicely, maybe he'll give it to
maybe
you.
he'll give it to you. That's what they made it sound like. He'll just give it to you as, but no, you had to have your golden ticket to get it. And so we all know Judith does not have any golden tickets, so she couldn't get clues from anybody. Saskia had one, and Josh had two. So Saskia was the first to reach Darren, and she was trying to figure out. She remembered some of it, but she couldn't remember the exact quote that was underneath it. And so she used her golden ticket on her first try, which she didn't particularly care for because she felt like she might need to use it later. But she used it, and the word that he gave her was holiday. Even though she had holiday, she just couldn't remember what else went with it, or it was on the right picture. So she eventually figured it out, got her first coordinates, did booked on out of there. Then we see Judith go into the ice bar
Mm-hmm.
where a face we hadn't seen in a minute is there, and it's Dawn. And Dawn is excited to see Judith. Um, tells her clue is how many kilometers have you traveled throughout your journey? And it's like, what? Huh?
This this is genuinely such a good reveal of, oh, that's why we had random numbers all over the
Yep.
place the entire time that meant
Yep. No,
nothing.
but it was telling them how many kilometers they had traveled thus far. And in the last challenge, Judith remembered seeing on the tree 6337.
Yeah.
And so once she saw
6373, I think.
6373. So when she saw that, she was like, I remember those numbers. So we went a little bit further, not too much further. So it must be 6470. I mean, 6484.
Yeah.
And that's exactly so she took that and she was out of it. Like she got that really quickly after remembering numbers. And this is what we were talking about earlier. Judith just remembers things that she's seen along the journey. She's very observant and she keeps that locked in her memory. And so her seeing those 6374 was made her quickly get the right kilometer. She got it. She was out. Um, and then the last one, Josh went to. He met up with an old foe of James. Well, James was not very happy to see Josh because Josh was the reason James got put out of the game. But the challenge was to put the places that they've been in order. And they only knew of Venice because that's where they got off and were able to spend time in Venice. And then Josh knew Pisa, but they didn't really know for sure about the rest. So Josh uses his clues on that one to get um, a good
After
starting point.
Munich
It's
came
music.
music.
So it was the Sound of Music where they were in Austria. Um, or yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they were in
Uh,
Austria.
yeah.
And so he was able to put the ones in the correct order, grab his clue, they're out. So those are the three challenges that we see. So we see everybody do all of those challenges and run into to see all the happy faces of people who they traveled with. Um, and it just
James
like
and Saskia meeting
they,
each other again is so nice.
they were so
It's just
happy.
like, oh,
Judith and Darren seeing each other again was like, oh
yes.
my gosh, we're so happy for you. They just saw each other, so seeing
Yeah.
each other again, knowing he was rooting for her. And so we see that. And so the last and final challenge was to go to the map board, and they had to make designate a X across the map with the coordinates that they got along the way, and put a pin, do the string, and make an X. And then the middle of the X is where the Final Destination X was. Everybody got it pretty quickly, knowing what that they were going to the Spanish Steps, and I was like, okay, if everybody got it pretty quickly, who's gonna win?
I
Um,
will say throughout this whole thing, everyone is going essentially in individual heats. We
mhm,
don't have any sort of time scale for
mm-mm.
anyone. So it genuinely is like everyone is doing seemingly pretty well. A couple people are having a couple missteps, but like everyone is really good here. This is
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I don't like I said, we don't know who's in the lead. We don't know who's faster. We can assume what we see is fast, but we don't really know for sure. But like I said, everybody find realized it was the Spanish Steps, and they go running. And when I tell you, once they started showing the times of everybody reaching the final destination, I was like, oh, it
Mm,
really was very,
very, very
very
close.
close. Very, very close. Um, so we see them running to the Spanish Steps. They all get to the Spanish Steps, and they're all running up the Spanish Steps. Excuse me, sorry, pardon me, excuse me. We see them all running into we up the steps, and then we see the way they edit it was like very dramatic. It goes off and it comes back, and we see one person running through the door, and that person is Judith.
So how they present this at first is Judith is just alone, and
Yeah,
I was like, "Wow, did Judith get a wrong answer?
right.
Oh, I guess Judith is last then, and they're about to rewind to like 5 minutes earlier when someone else has it." But
No,
no, Rob comes out with a
the
suitcase and is
roof.
like, "Judith, you've won. That's it."
That was it. She won, and I was like, I knew it. I knew it, but yeah, I love that for her. Like I said, I was Team Saskia, not gonna lie. I enjoyed Saskia this season, but I knew very early in this episode that Judith was winning, and I was like, I'm okay with that. I'm very happy about that. Like, I love this for her because she was working alone due to her own, but she chose to work alone. So we can't say they iced her out or anything. Nobody iced anybody out. They just chose to work how they work. She chose to work alone, and it worked for her. And but then Josh comes in literally seconds
30 seconds behind. It
behind.
is so close.
So close. And Saskia comes in 2 minutes behind everybody else. So it was very close. But Judith is the winner. Congratulations to Judith. She did the thing. She did what she had to do. The crazy part was seeing how shocked Josh and Saskia were that Judith beat them.
Oh yeah.
I was like, well,
Literally, Saskia's like, "Oh my god, I ran up and I saw Josh." And I was like, "Yay, Josh has won." And then I saw Judith and was like, "Oh, Judith won. Interesting."
it was maybe it is what
But
it is.
uh, I, for someone who throughout the entire time was such a very interesting character to watch, she had her own moments to shine. I cannot be happier with a Judith win here. Honestly, any of the three winning would have been a satisfying ending, but Judith, especially with how this episode got aired, was a very, very entertaining win.
Right. It was so entertaining. It was good to see that give a good underdog edit. As even though I don't think she was much of an underdog, but yeah, I kind of lived. I enjoyed seeing Judith win, and yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the season. I love the outcome. I do hope we get a second season of Destination XUK because I rather enjoyed it. I can't. I hope we get it. I hope we get it because it was so fun to watch it.
If they don't renew this for a second season, I will genuinely be so confused. This has been such an amazing ride. It's gotten such amazing ratings. Literally, almost every single episode has been a hit. I think, unfortunately, with the exception of the first one being such a confusing,
Hmm.
random mess, every other episode has really hit, and I think they learned really fast. They are going. There's no way this doesn't get renewed,
It
and if
has
it,
to.
it just there's no way. So I cannot wait to cover Destination X UK season 2 with you, Lana.
Me too, Jack. It's going to be amazing. But that's all. That's it. We got no Jack. It's time to get off the bus.
It's time to get off the bus. We've been on this for what? Basically the entire summer?
Yeah, yeah. We've been on this
Oh my
bus for
god.
it's time to get off the bus. I need to go back home and get in my bed now. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get off the bus, and we thank you for joining us on this journey. We've had an amazing time going across Europe in the U.S. version and the UK version, and so we're gonna get off and just maybe get on a plane one day, Jack.
A
Oh,
plane. Yeah,
we're
honestly, maybe a
gonna.
boat.
Oh, a boat sounds nice. A boat is cool. Let's go on a
Nice
boat,
7-day
Jack.
cruise.
Period. Sounds good.
Yeah.
We're gonna get on a cruise and go somewhere tropical because that sounds nice. But thank you all so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button on your way out. We truly, truly appreciate you. I'm gonna show you some love for keeping us with the journey. Yay, it worked. Um, Follow us on this channel and all of our other channels. Please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Help us get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year across all of our channels. Follow us on our audio podcast links. Join our Patreon. Follow us on all of our socials at The Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. If you want to follow Jack and myself, feel free. But do get your cut mug too at Lana G's Creations Etsy.com. And we're gonna get out of here because we got more things to do and we gotta go pack for our cruise. So
Yeah.
we'll see y'all next time. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Bye.